Comprehensive Government Plan for the Development of Sustainable Human Settlements 2004, popularly known as Breaking New Ground, was the first policy document that formally recognized and introduced social housing as a concept into South African policy. This was an initiative by government to shift the emphasis from the provision of housing to the creation of sustainable human settlements and the promotion of more efficient cities. The Social Housing Act number 16 of 2008 defines social housing as a rental or cooperative housing option for low to medium income households at a level of scale and built form which requires institutionalized management and which is provided by social housing institutions or other delivery agents in approved projects to be delivered under the jurisdiction of the SHRA in designated restructuring zones with the benefit of public funding.
We work with developers and the accredited social housing institutions who are the applicants, who then identify a piece of land, bring it to us and to see if it fits the objectives of the social housing investment program. Once we've confirmed that it does meet the requirements, then they would, as per standard built environment requirements for developments, wherein you need the town planners, quantity surveyors, architects, and all other professionals that may be necessary for the facilitation of that piece of land or building to be ready. So I've got portfolio managers who will then take them through the processes until they've satisfied themselves that it meets the requirements for grant funding. And we'll take it to our board, where they'll then consider our submission and recommendation to conclude contracts. Once a contract is concluded, we then work with the financiers because the SHRA gives a part of the development cost, which works out to about 60 to 70% of the development cost. So we work with such financiers who then bring in the shortfall to bring the project to bankability to meet financial closure. Once that is sealed and we have all the approvals, your building plans, your town planning, then we get to start constructing these houses. And by the way, we build top-notch middle to high-rise developments. And if you drive past a social housing development, you wouldn't even tell that that's government funded or part government funded because it's top-notch. You'll think that it is a private housing development or private rental houses.
The social housing projects are rental-based or cooperative accommodation held by SHIs over a long period of time. It excludes individual ownership by residents, including deferred ownership arrangements such as rent to buy.
It happens that once social housing tenants gain access into the system, there's this misconception that they will one day own the properties or it is rent to buy. So that is not true. These units are all for rental. You sign a 2-year lease agreement that is renewable if you have met all the obligations of your lease agreement. So you will never own a social housing unit.
The provision of social housing permits low and moderate income households to live in areas of our cities by means of rental or cooperative housing options for households earning between 1,850 and 22,000 rands per month. This gives them the opportunity for easier and cheaper access to socio-economic resources of the city, enabling them to take greater control of their livelihoods. Social housing projects include high, medium and low-rise housing located on contiguous sites or scattered across urban areas. Generally, social housing estates consist of medium to higher density projects of between 60 to 200 units per hectare, usually in 2 to 4 story walk-ups, no lift, or increasingly as land becomes scarcer and more expensive, in medium to high-rise tower blocks with lifts in the inner city areas. Social housing schemes can also include mixed-use developments with residential, retail, commercial, recreational, and even light industrial components. The social housing delivery agents must be accredited by the SHRA, which is the regulatory body responsible for regulating, capacitating, and investing in the social housing sector. To apply for accreditation, there are a number of forms and documents that prospective SHIs and ODAs must complete and submit to the SHRA. To access the accreditation pack, simply visit our website at www.shra.org.za or contact us on projects@shra.org.za for more information.